Welcome back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today we are recapping the main event of the evening at Bar Wrestling 55, Mamba. And the main event is between two prolific and gifted individuals. Encyclopedia.
Yes, sir.
Would you be kind enough to tell the people what we're about to talk about?
Absolutely. So on screen here we have the dashing Chris Bay.
You damn right. The ultimate finesser out of Las Vegas, California, newly signed to Impact Wrestling. If you
just made his Impact debut.
Yes, he did. If you don't know who we're talking about, you've been living under a rock. So get out from under that rock and get on the train, because Chris Bay is the future. One of the many talents that I call the future of pro wrestling. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
The dude's 24.
Absolutely. I've been watching this guy since 2017 and have said that this is a blue chipper all the way, and guys are finally starting to actually heed what I say.
There are certain people that when you see them, you just kind of know that they're amazing. I'll say Jake Atlas is one of them.
100%.
I'll say Chris Bay is another.
100%.
All right? Dare I say it? Can I put my foot in my mouth right now? Daga is one of the most prolific and gifted wrestlers I've ever seen in my life, and I'm surprised the dude is not headlining Wrestle Freaking Mania. But you know what? There's plenty of time.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the Renoir. He's the Renoir of luchadors.
Damn right.
I mean, like when you think about it, that's a high mark. The guy is truly amazing. He just wrestled at FSW.
Yep. Now let me put this in perspective for you people. I am 41 years old. Okay, Chris Bay is 24. I was 17 years old. I was a senior in high school when this man was born, okay? I still think I'm young. I still feel young, okay?
Oh, for sure.
This dude is a baby, okay? He's got the world at his fingertips, and right now he's got something on a problem on his hands, and that problem is the name, the man, the return of the Mac, Mr. Willie Mack. Encyclopedia.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me some peace points on Willie Mack before I say what I gotta say?
Absolutely. So Willie Mack from South Central LA.
Yes.
I mean, the heart and soul of California independent wrestling.
Hell yeah.
The guy was a huge standout star at Lucha Underground.
Okay.
Obviously huge star right now with Rich Swann and Impact as they're tagging.
Sure.
But then, you know, Willie's had an amazing independent run, also sponsored by Dark Lake, just like Chris Bay.
Hell yeah.
You know, I mean, there's very few guys. I would say a modern junkyard dog would be kind of the way that I would like to think of my Willie Mack. You know?
Okay, very cool. Now I heard, and I don't know if this is true, the Encyclopedia, you can correct me if you like, that Willie Mack at one point was signed to the E.
Yes.
But he had some kind of a knee injury that kept him from going to the E. Is that right?
Correct.
And now he's gone other places and he's still kicking butt and taking names. Here's what I have to say about Willie Mack. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if you watch this show, you already know this, so I'm going to keep this short. The Jag took a pretty long hiatus from wrestling. I came back just recently to watch local wrestling. I don't know everybody. I've heard the name Willie Mack. I've seen Willie Mack on Impact a couple times. I got to see Willie Mack from about 10 feet away at this show. And if I wasn't a Willie Mack fan before, which I was, I am most definitely a Willie Mack fan right the hell now, because I'll put it this way. I'm a big mofo. Willie is also a big mofo. But one thing I will say is this: Willie don't move like a big mofo. Willie is agile as the son of a biscuit you could only imagine. This dude was doing some moves that I can't even really wrap my brain around. If I started wrestling in my current state, I could only dream of doing what Willie does, because that comes from experience, that comes from longevity, that comes from just God's gift and bless of genetics. Am I right?
100%.
Now, Willie Mack does a couple things. You guys don't sleep on how big and strong this guy is, though, because when he hits those ropes, the whole ring moves, people. The whole ring shifts, because I don't know how much he weighs. I'm sure he's in the high 2s. It might even start with the 3. I don't know. I'm not going to put a 3 on the man because he's in better shape than myself. But he is a big, strong dude, but he is also agile as hell. So let me just say, being up close and personal and watching Willie Mack wrestle, you can't help but be a fan.
Oh, 100%. I'm huge Willie Mack fan. First time comes out to Return of the Mat, and it's amazing. There's nothing like experiencing a match with Willie Mack, especially bar wrestling. But if you take it anywhere, I mean, Impact's a great way to take it in as well, because it's a huge stage for him to do it on. But Willie Mack, phenomenal.
Let me just say, I'm not going to disagree with you, because Impact is great. Go to Impact Plus, watch each and everything Willie Mack, but seeing it in person.
Oh, 100%.
Seeing it live, there's a chop in this match. If you haven't seen it, go to High Spots. There's a chop in this match that rings through the whole freaking arena. This man is strong.
Oh, absolutely. And you see the agility like you're talking about, where he ends up hitting him with the Stez press right here.
Yeah, amazing.
And it just smothers Bay.
Yeah, and when Chris Bay doesn't know where he is.
Absolutely. You look at that, like, that's legit. He's like, okay, I'm out on my feet. Like, what the hell just hit me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he got hit by a Mack truck.
He sure as hell did, and you're absolutely right. I love that. He got hit by a Mack truck, but you know what? Chris Bay's got his agility too, and he's doing a couple things here. But
absolutely.
Was that a drop toe hold takeover?
Yeah, absolutely. And then he's going to do the step up, and then,
senton.
Senton onto him.
Beautiful stuff. Oh, and then Bay gets in a corner and he goes to, I guess, return the favor on the chop. It didn't quite go the way he wanted to. If you've watched it on High Spots, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Because you see, babe, he lets it off and he's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it did not have the effect that he wanted. I'm sorry, Bane, you know I love you, but damn, son, you were in trouble right there.
He's got a receipt coming.
Yeah, I almost wanted to jump in the ring and help my man out, but you know what? That means I gotta fuck with Willie, and I'm not about to go out like that. So here we go.
Yeah, and look at those kicks. So that's the only way to try to cut that big old redwood down.
Yeah, chop him down with the feet. Oh, is this a double? No, we're counting. Okay, man. Oh,
this is the standing moonsault. This is one of those things that is a staple of the Willie Mack matches.
And you know what? You see it on TV and it's cool. You see it in person, it is that much more impressive.
Oh, 100%, because he's just standing there and he just ends up throwing all of that weight. I mean, that is athleticism to the finest.
Big man.
And then a step through in that stunner that he dropped on.
Oh, yeah, it was just fantastic. I thought that was the end.
Yeah.
It was not the end. There was still more wrestling to be had, but you know what? This was a brutal match. That was back and forth. Oh, was that the end?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the end. Okay. Whew. I was just making sure I didn't forget something because I was mesmerized by Willie Mack. Please believe me. But at the end, there was a great show of respect between the two because you know what? Have they ever wrestled before?
I think they have before in the past, and they probably also tagged or been in stuff before. But these guys at the main event. I'm sorry, this was main event quality for,
for the
show.
This was a hell of a match to the point where I was like, I'm so glad they're both in the same company because we can see this sucker again. So now that Chris Bay's with Impact, Willie Mack's with Impact, you know what? Let's see it happen.
Oh, 100%. I would love to see them wrestle for like the X Division title.
You know something that I noticed? And this is a little bit different. Maybe we got to edit this out because this is a little off the wall. But when we saw Chris Bay against Brian Cage, we saw it twice. We saw it at Rogue Wrestling, then we saw it again at Bar. And I thought, man, this is going to be great. If they could somehow do this on a bigger stage at Impact or whatever, this could be awesome. But now, I don't know what's happening with Brian Cage with his injury. I don't know where he's going to wrestle. That's his business. But Willie Mack versus Chris Bay was an impressive match as well. Would you say that was as good, or would you say it was even better?
I would say it's as good. I put it in the category that I would like to see this extrapolated in Impact. I'd like to see this, build out over a couple of TV tapings or maybe lead to a feud of some kind.
Sure, I think that would be great because they are talented. They got good chemistry, and it was a hell of a show. It was a great way to end the night because I think every match was a banger that night.
No, 100%. I was gonna say, it always starts with the first match, and as long as the first match is killer, it sets the whole pace for the night. And Bar is always that way because there's only 6 matches.
Yeah, and Willie Mack, I don't know where you came from, but I hope you come back because that was awesome. I know where you live, or at least where you're from, but I'd love to see Willie Mack in more Bar wrestlings, wouldn't you?
Oh, for sure. Love Willie Mack. He was a staple. Also got to see him at like PCW and a bunch of stuff in like 2017, 2018.
Yeah. I'm a fan. Willie, you made me a fan. That's the name of the show. Make me a fan. Willie, I'm a fan, and I will never ever miss a Willie Mack match again in and around Southern California. If I can drive there, I'm there. So I think that's going to do it for this episode of Make Me a Fan. It's going to do it for the Bar Wrestling series of Make Me a Fan. Bar Wrestling 55 Mamba. And I almost feel like the Mickey Mouse Club. Now it's time to say goodbye. It is, but I think as we're going to come back, we're going to maybe do some throwback stuff where I'm going to maybe pick a pay-per-view that I went to in person and maybe have the card for, and we'll make Chris watch it and see, what he thinks, possibly maybe even the historical implications of that pay-per-view. That's not my name. That's my twin brother's name. Nah, it's all good. I don't know what we're gonna watch. The Encyclopedia's got some crazy ninja stuff in his head. This guy's like a mad scientist when it comes to wrestling. He has some kind of pay-per-view he's going to, I don't know if he's gonna bless me with it or torture me with it. You never know. He's diabolical sometimes. So Indeed. Is this gonna be a good one or is this gonna be a bad one? So I love this pay-per-view. I went and saw it live, but it's also a historic one because there's some actual real legit stuff that ended up happening. All right. So look, we're not going anywhere, people. I don't care what's happening with COVID-19, Corona. Call it what you want. Social distancing, quarantine, whatever the hell you want to call it. Not happening here. It's not going to stop us from putting out high quality content every day at 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. So bring your butt back tomorrow morning to see whatever the Encyclopedia has cooked up in his encyclopedic brain. I don't know if I can trust it. Oh, it's going to be good, guys. You guys are going to love it. We'll see you tomorrow. Later.